It should look better now, I think. I hope. If not, I don't know what to do about that end. It might just be them hating me again. Sorry, I didn't want to have to end stream like that. I hate doing that, but I can't have it look like garbage on half because whatever happened. I did not mean to get into a race this early. Honestly, I'm gonna just leave this race. Got that dropped in there. There we go. Oh, it does look better. Let's go. I fixed it. The Crooked Beast. What is up, Mello? I don't know why that chat is so small. Give me 1 second. We completely fixed it somehow. I don't know what was wrong. I literally didn't change that much, okay? I think it's actually like I reset the Wi-Fi last night. When I logged in after I did my little yapping stream, I went and I reset the Wi-Fi, so that was cool. I'm very sorry to hear that, Bella. I hope you can get that figured out. That does not sound fun. I appreciate the likes on the TikTok. We gotta crack this open. I want to show this off. I don't know how well it's gonna show. This water is nice and crispy. Very ready to be opened. I had another interesting stream last night. What is up, Bello? At least this time it wasn't interesting in the same way the last interesting stream was. It was not... We did not have all that going on. Other than me being really concerned that some random guy was gonna scroll to my stream. Actually, Bella, I think I figured it out today, because it looks perfectly fine on my end. It was looking bad at first, but I checked my Wi-Fi. When I reset it, I didn't log back into it, so I was on the wrong one. And I also, on Streamlabs, for some reason it reset my bitrate, so it looks a little better over there this time. I appreciate you for sharing the live over on TikTok. Speaking of the devil, they're telling me how garbage it's gonna look over there because the past 2 days it looked really bad for some reason. To the point where I did whatever last night's stream was, where I walked around and talked about nothing. And also some actual things. I thought we were gonna have to miss TikTok for a couple days because of the only actual incident from last night where I accidentally said something really. It was a hypothetical, but it was dumb. And they did not appreciate me over there. I remember it was pretty quick too. Like, I gotta give it to them. That was pretty snappy. I literally said one thing that was like, even I was kind of like, ooh, probably shouldn't have said that one. And then, boop. At least they have a good appeal system. We appreciate TikTok for that. Yeah, no, last night's stream was fun. I'm looking forward to doing more of the just chatting stuff, but I don't think I'm gonna do them in my house ever again. Comey had popped in when I started up the stream once, but it was looking really bad on the TikTok side, so I reset it. And I think we might have lost Comey for a bit because she said she was gonna be lurking, so she's probably busy. Oh dang, Bella was also here. I got really mad at my TikTok because I opened it and it didn't look good. And I needed it to look perfect. Oh. I thought we were going somewhere interesting, pal. You just kind of running in circles. If you want to run that bad, you could go to the field, like, right over there. Yeah, Mela, you technically missed her. It's kind of messed up, the timing on that. We also do have a root beer in here. Oh, you want to know something really fun? So I've been walking, like, it's like 2 to 2.5 miles, depending on how far I go on the pier. But I've been doing it every day after work and all that, just because. I forgot my water today. Usually, I've worn my hoodie the past. Every time I've done it, I've actually worn my hoodie. So I just put it in my hoodie pocket. I wore shorts and a t-shirt today because it was really warm. It was like 70-something degrees, and I got like halfway there. I was like 1.5 miles from my car. I was like, phooey, I sure am thirsty. I could use some H2O. Nope. And I was being stupid for some reason, and I was like, well, we've already made it halfway. We got to do the rest. So we ended up walking for a very fun amount of time without water. And I think that's why I still kind of feel like a malnourished Victorian child. I don't know. I feel kind of like sick from it being that hot because it was literally like 30 a day ago. So I don't know why. I genuinely feel like I stood in the sun all day and I'm just like out of it. I also slept for an hour and a half last night before I woke up. I don't know what the hell happened. This has never happened to me, and it better never happen again, or I'll check myself instantly. I woke up laughing. I don't know what the fuck what was funny. I literally just woke up because my ribs kind of hurt because I was giggling. And that kind of scared me. But it already happened, and I had to get that out there. I genuinely hope that never happens again. I don't know what was going on there. My brain was very entertained this morning, for whatever reason. At least I think I was laughing. Maybe someone came in and like beat my ribs for a minute. That could be it, but it was like the exact pain of like, I chuckled a little too hard. Hmm? Yeah, I don't know, Mela. It was like, if my ribs hurt that bad, I had to be deviously chuckling. Because there's times where I get out of it and I laugh pretty hard on these streams and my ribs are fucking. But I was kind of in pain. I probably actually did walk like over a couple miles in my hauling garage last night. I would not stop moving. I rewatched the one, a little bit of the Swartz one, and every time I sat down, I'd be like, okay, I'm sitting down. Alright, can't do that anymore. Like half a second later, it was so cooked. I'm gonna actually just like fall asleep for 18 hours tonight or something stupid like that. I have a really bad feeling that I'm gonna wake up on like, it's gonna be Wednesday instead of Tuesday, and I'm gonna be like, oh. Or wait, it's supposed to be Monday tomorrow. Shit. I've lost days. It is Sunday. I better not wake up on Wednesday. Yeah, I'm seeing your messages, Mello. I said I don't know who's making me giggle in my dreams. I don't know. Hello? I'm a little concerned. Mella thought she disappeared for a minute. I don't know why that kind of made me... I was like, huh? I'm a little caught off guard now. I need to drink more of this water. I feel like I've been roasted for a little bit. And not like, I'm not saying like, oh, people were making fun. I mean, like, I literally feel like I've been like put over a fire for like 30 minutes. It's all good, Astral. I kind of figured you might have conked out like you probably should be, but we appreciate you for stopping in. I saw George pop in on the TikTok for like a split second. I swear I saw his name there. But then I saw him in the YouTube chat like right after I saw that, so I was like, I might be tweaking. What is that username? Royal? What is that? Why? I mean, it's a good conversation to have. At least. That man needs to slow down. Someone needs to stop him. He's a masked menace. Running through the streets. Whatever Mr. Jameson would say. How dare you? Wicked man. My music taste is all over the place, so that's why I don't share my music too much other than the Doom stuff, and sometimes I'll get crazy and drop some of the other stuff I'm listening to. And by get crazy, I mean a Kanye song. If I sent my playlist, you guys are gonna kick me from the Discord. Also, I just realized today, this is actually really funny. I was trying to listen to the Tupac and Bone Thugs song, Thug Love, but I couldn't find it. So I had to go to my playlist. I don't know why. It wasn't where I expected it to be. Had to go search it. It was in there 3 times. I don't know how many times I've had this issue in the past, and I was just like, well, it's not in there. And added some alternate upload of it, but that's cool. Or I probably just added the same one. I don't know. I don't recommend doing that because you'll be listening. It will literally take you from DaBaby to Tom Waits. The only modern music that I like is Ski Mask and the Slump God, and that's probably not a good thing. Some of those songs have done terrible things to my brain. So I'd hate to break it to you. You might want to prepare for Chromacopia, Yonkers. There's a couple other albums in there as well. Like, not... Yonkers was one of the... That's like actually one of the first songs in that playlist, but... There's some Tyler in there. Tyler created in my playlist, okay? I guess, no, I did kind of lie, because I do listen to some Tyler as well. Tyler and Ski Mask are like the ones that I... Don't jinkies me. I need to put my playlist on private, and Astral reminds me that, like, it's been like 2 or 3 times now, and I just forget to do it. We're gonna do it after this race. We're putting my playlist on unlisted. Not even private, because then someone else might be able to find it. I think I sent a link of it to my buddy. He can have it. I don't know too many of them, but I have like 4 songs from Chromacopia in there, because I kind of like that album. And Yonkers is like by far my favorite from him. That's probably not a good take, but it's mine. Ski Mask, the Slump God, and DaBaby kind of haunt that playlist. I keep forgetting like more of the... I don't listen to as much of them as I do the older artists. But I do, they're sprinkled in there. I'll be going from the strangest little swaps in the music too, because we're already up to like almost 1,000 songs in that playlist, I think. Yeah, see, why would you do that? You can't look in my playlist. Also, some of those songs probably aren't even from me at this point. So, I don't know what to say about my playlist. I've been considering starting a new one, but we're already so many songs deep. I don't know if I just, like, go through and polish that one. But there's so many to polish that it's almost like... I don't know what to do. Not trying to, like... It's not an exclusive source. You're gonna... If you listen to that under the influence, you are going to have a panic attack. It's going to take you from some, like, really peaceful song to Tom Waits' Hell Broke Loose. And that is, even for me, that is jarring. Don't you dare download that Fortnite videos playlist. I'm actually gonna end this stream, and I'm cleaning up my channel. We're doing the shortest stream I've ever done. It's 20 minutes. I'm going to clean up my image. Do not watch those Fortnite videos, please. I was like 13, and the people that I played with are atrocious. People don't need to see my playlist. It's like a little look into my brain. And I feel like that's a little too personal for me, personally. We're locking in. We're locking in. Studio, why won't you show me my playlist? Thank you. How do you see that for... I can't even see that playlist. What happened to that? Don't try and get me on the Tom Waits stuff. We're gonna be... That's a dark path for me. I'll start talking about songs that people haven't heard of. He's not that niche, but some of those songs are pretty niche. And they probably should be. My image has been cleaned. Thank you very much for the reminder, ladies. We appreciate you. What does that mean? Astral, what does that mean? This light is hurting my head. I don't like that. My old content is not going anywhere. All the stuff that's up there now is staying up there. I just don't need to have playlists for people to easily access some of those atrocities that we committed on humankind. Yeah, that's what I'm asking about. I'm like, what does that mean? What is that word? No, you should have, because I actually don't need that out there. People are going to listen to my playlist, and I'm going to be judged heavily, more heavily than I already am. And I do enough of that lifting by myself. I don't need my playlist to be helping out. We're all good on that. That would make a lot of sense on why I didn't know, to be fair. Because for a minute, when I looked down, I thought you said you have Bakugan eyes, and I was like, okay, so what does that mean? No, some of those old videos are like actually horror flicks that are yet to be discovered. I need to double check that I've deleted one of those videos, because I just had a horrifying flashback to like an hour-and-a-half long video of me and my buddy sitting on a trampoline. I don't even remember whose trampoline it was. It looks like it might have been mine. It might be my trampoline. But we are just sitting there talking about the most personal stuff from our school for like an hour and a half. And I also completely thought that race was over for some reason. My lack of water outside, it's getting to me finally. It really is why I feel like a Victorian child. They took my banana peels. Oh, I didn't expect that to go that far for some reason. No, please, let me lock in. That is horrifying. Also, I'm still uncomforted by the fact that I might apparently be good at whisper ASMR, because I don't like that at all. And also, GG's to George. Can we get some W's in the chat? He took the dubski. I need more water. Don't mind me, I looked at my water like I was rabid for a second because I thought there was a bug in it and I panicked immensely. See, Astral, that's how I feel, but Mela and Bella were on the complete opposite train of that. And there were a couple other people who had stopped in and were like, you do that, whale. Okay, yeah, I hope it's not there, because that some of the stuff we talked about in that video, like, I don't know why. Even at, like, 13, we probably shouldn't have been like, oh, this is what's going on in our life. What did you forget to say, Astral? I'm worried. That's... I don't know why reading that kind of made my stomach hurt a little bit for some reason. What was that kid doing with that dime? I've seen dimes in so many disgusting places. Nah, that kid's starting part 2 of the 2020 stuff. Oh my. Oh my. It's like a Victorian child. I've been making so many jokes about malnourished Victorian children. It's the equivalent of them, like, trying to get nutrition from their boots. He had that dime. Nah, when I see stuff like that, I genuinely get scared for some reason. Like, now I'm like, that's gonna be it. And I'm really close to that guy. Hey, how about you get back here? Dang it, not my bomb. The disrespect from George was immeasurable, but I can't say anything, because I do it. I do it to everybody. I'm actually the biggest offender of using those aggressively instead of against anything defensive. That's what we were talking about, Bella. Okay, yeah, cool. Very nice, Astral. Good joke. Good joke. Oh, I was looking for some of the videos of him that I've seen last night. There was like a mass wipe or something because half of them are gone. He literally like barely exists online anymore, and I'm a little concerned. I also did literally see a montage on TikTok today of some guy who had like a bunch of screen recordings of the videos, and he was like, where did they go? It was like a memorial almost. Astral, I used to think that the Hellos, as they are referred to as, were my biggest haters, but I'd like to announce that you officially passed. Wait, I didn't... What are you talking about? I don't see what you're talking about with the stabbing thing. I just see... Also, I should clarify. She didn't stab me like stab me. She stabbed me with her eyebrow piercing. What is that? No, Palm Beach Pete is not Palm Beach Pete. That man's name is not Pete. I'm sorry, like... There was a day when I first saw him where I was like, this is an innocent man from Florida, they need to leave him alone. But then I saw his videos where he's like, guys, I'm really not Epstein. I don't get what's so funny about this. Do we really have the whole tribe showing up now? Oh, we do have Shazam in the race. We gotta see who else pops in. I don't know who B Royal is, but we have respect for him. Yeah, Astral, I think it did. Listen, I don't know. At least they'll instantly let me back on, apparently. I don't know if I told you this, George, but when they banned me, they literally accepted my appeal so quickly that, like, I did the appeal and closed the app on my phone. I was doing a just chatting stream, so I literally was on my phone. It bans me, and I was like, okay, whatever, I'm going to do the appeal real quick. It didn't notify me that my appeal got passed because I'm pretty sure it passed while I was closing the app. Oh. I can see why that might have gotten held, to be honest with you. Well, they just pushed me off the thing. It's not what we were going for there, but we will recover. Oh my god. You were right, Astral. What did she get you? Astral out here trying to leave us on cliffhangers. I finally have it to where I can, like, look between the game and the chat easier. But I really wish I didn't have to, like, head bob to do it if I want to do it quickly. Like, I promise I'm not at a Kiss concert in the 80s or something like that. I don't know why that's going on here. I just accidentally hit Shazam with a hammer. I'm a criminal. Oh, nice, Aspinal. Violet proving that she is a W, as we could already tell. I don't like that that guy had to come in and take all of my green shells. I actually, funnily enough, was planning on using those, sir. He wasn't ready for it. We gotta at least, like, semi-lock in here. That was not terrible. Okay, Astral. There's a couple guesses based on your frequently used emojis that we can all presume. Oh, it's not just the scissor ones that were concerning. There were like 3 or 4 that were like, why is that in your frequently used? What situations are you finding yourself in where you need to I'm exactly with Bella on that. You didn't have to inform us that there are deviant acts going on. I shouldn't refer to it as deviant acts. We're switching from the water for one sip. I want the root beer again. It has flavor. There were a couple other of the emojis that I was more worried about, but I guess we could act like that's one of the concerning ones. I hope you know, actually, I don't know if I've told you this before, but after every one of your chats, I do imagine some form of flight gift being sent along with it. So, You have fun with that. I think George might have caught a bit of that chat the one time, because that's where she had first mentioned that that emoji was in the frequently used for whatever reason. A lot of arts and crafts going on, I presume. I'm sorry. If I ever say something out of line, you have to put me in check. Sometimes the filter doesn't catch things. I'm like a 10-year-old fish tank where they just kind of left the filter in and prayed. They're hoping that something too big doesn't get through. I see there's a long chat, and I can't fully read it, but I don't like that it ends with the crying emojis, with the conversation topic that we're on. I don't know what's going on. As usual, I'm starting to get scared again. This has to happen once a stream, or I didn't even really go live. Is it really even an alpha live if I don't panic a little bit once or twice? That was perfect. I hit like 4 people with that. We gotta somewhat try and lock in here. We haven't done too great on any of the races yet. I hope you know that's actually kind of what happened for a second. My brain was trying to comprehend, like, what GIF could portray the emotion that's going to be put on me from this chat. Talking to Astral in the nicest way possible, Astral. We love having you in the chat, but sometimes it's kind of like those, like, 2012 FaZe Rug Ouija board videos where he's like, it's a bad presence, there's a bad presence here. And he just starts like running around his rooms and stuff, talking about how there's like evil in his house. That's what I'm gonna start doing sometimes. I don't know why those videos have been so stuck in my head for the past like week of a 25-year-old man walking around his multi-million-dollar mansion with his iPhone being like, is that a demon? I can't believe it. What's up, JJ? Hope you're having a good one. Astro, you don't even be like that. You called me Nick Crompton. I have like I have an actual trump card against you guys whenever you try and do anything. I can actually just pull out the fact that you called me Nick Crompton. If I step too far, I can bring up the fact that there are no lines. The lines were destroyed one day. With one foul sweep. It's been a couple nights since that night where I've laid down. I've told myself, I'm like, I'm not Nick Crompton. Just like a little saltily. I'm just kidding, but that I do kind of like imagining me just laying down being like, I'm not even British. No, you agreed. Don't lie. You can't back down now. Don't start backpedaling. We know some people who backpedal, and they did some scary things. UK George, it's not time for me to go to sleep yet, man. The 3 hours, or the 3.5 hours, excuse me, that I've had over the past 3 days is plenty enough for my brain. Yeah, I don't know if you know who Nick Crompton is, George, but they compared me to him, and it hurt my feelings greatly. No, I stand in there and I smack myself on the side of the face a little bit, and I'm like, I'm not Nick, I'm not, my name isn't Nick. And I like pull my hair a little bit and stuff. It's some degenerate activities. I grab the collar of my shirt and I'm like, my collar doesn't even stay popping. As I'm just like shaking in my bathroom. You should probably keep it that way, George. You are a lucky man. I wish that I could be blessed with a brain that did not have to know what Nick Crompton looked like. Or was. Yeah, it's like really bad. It's like a whole... There's an ordeal going on every morning. And you're proud that you did this to me. You and Bella. If you're taking me seriously when I'm telling you that I smack myself in the face in the morning and tell myself I'm not Nick Crompton, me making jokes about you being delusional might not have been as joking. We might have to change the status of those jokes. I'm a little jealous of George now, because I don't want to know who Nick Crompton is. Because then when you guys told me that, I could have just been like, that's quite a funny name. Wow. But nope, I had to know who he is. No, you are cultured. It's like the complete opposite, George. Because you don't know who Nick Crompton is, we can confirm that you have culture. Just because you know who he is doesn't mean you're uncultured, but I mean... I appreciate the heart mate as well, George. What joke did you make? I'm sorry to hear that you're in a flood, JJ. How about the fact that the line, England is my city, was said in my ears multiple times as a child? And if it weren't for Team 10, the US, it'd be sure. I'm sure that it's not, it might actually be the opposite of that, but pop off, Nick Crompton. Hey, stay safe, JJ. Hope you get some good rest, man. I don't understand that joke now. I'd rather be called Mr. You Can't Offend Me than Mr. Crompton, if that does something for you. I'm sorry to hear that, George. The gigolos will send help. We'll send reinforcements. We'll get you out of there. Nobody wants to impersonate Nick Crompton, okay? You're not gonna go to, like, Hollywood and find people dressed up as Nick Crompton unless they're actually just a degenerate. You're not walking down the boulevards in LA seeing some dude in a fake leather jacket with, like, 2 cans of hairspray in his hair. That man. A rescue mission will be underway, George. Don't worry. They saved me from my work once. Astral, like, speaks to flight gifts like a green goblin mask on her phone. While she, like, brushes her teeth, she sits there and she's like, I don't want to be fly... And she just keeps speaking to them. I imagine that. No, he wouldn't try and impersonate him. I'm genuinely slightly convinced that that might be Nick Crompton's son. Because when someone told me, I don't remember who came in here and was like, the hero kid from the Logan Paul video kind of looks like Nick Crompton. I was like, it was like a Winter Soldier moment where I was like, oh my god. Nah, we're gonna have to get... We have to lock in. We are halfway through this race. And I just keep getting sent to the back every time I do, like, anything decent. Yeah, exactly, Astral. There's not... I know that you and Flight are one. You don't have to reassure this to me. I meant it when I called you Girl Flight. It was... That wasn't a joke, that was not humorous, that was an observation. It scares me that his face is shaped like that. He's out there somewhere. I could see him one day. In person. That's almost as scary as the fact that Nick Crompton could be in my city. We can give you that title officially on the Discord. We can give you the role of Flight But Girl. I'm not giving you a role called Flight But Girl. Unless you want to. Yeah, if you see someone dressed as Nick Crompton in the street, I want you to know there's actually two options of who it is. It's not only Nick Crompton. It could be a Reddit moderator. There could be a guy who's modding at least one subreddit dressing like that. Or it is just the Big Prompt himself. The Big Prompt could be in your area if you see that fit. We can make this happen. If you guys actually want roles for this, we can make it happen. How about you don't make that sound, phone? Whenever my phone makes funny noises that I don't want to hear, I just kind of... One day I'm going to hurt it. Hey, Astral, you're not getting a role anymore. I looked down and saw, and after, give yourself a Nick Crompton role. I appreciate you, George. I got it. I was doing some shopping for, it was plushies, and I also got some winter gloves from the Pokemon store a while back, and I needed a new phone case, and I saw they had Gengar, and I was like, that's my boy. So we had to smack it on there. Probably because you said that I should give myself a Nick Crompton role. That would be my first guess. You guys can pick the colors, yeah. You can pick the colors of the Dwarf Mamba and Flight Roll. Some legends of the internet are combining. Fidel? You tell her to stop being mean to me. Fidel, you tell her to quit. You use your magical powers of being a rock. And you get my message across. Is that why your chat disappeared? Is that why it got sent to the Shadow Realm? And also, I'm pretty sure you might be a little bit more of a degenerate than Violet, so I think your sleep schedule, you might be a little bit more of a night owl. Something tells me. I don't know why. I got a feeling. I don't know if Violet goes to sleep like early or whatever, but there's a good hour where Astral, the leash, is no longer attached to anything. It definitely was a typo. And the Gigolos are all against Nick Crompton. Like, even if they don't know who he is, by the concept, we are against him. I'm gonna accidentally typo when I go to make your flight roll. Don't be surprised when you have an Erica Costell roll instead of flight for like a day or two. I'm really bad at spelling sometimes. Yeah, we kind of spawn in like that, George. We come in and we're like, where is Crompton? Keep me away from him. Another reason you might not want England to be your city. Apparently that's his city. He owns it, from what he said. Honestly, no. We'll just give Astral the Jericho role. He doesn't even get to just be Erica Costello. There has to be a little bit of Jake Paul in that. Like a sprinkle of the Paul brother. Or we could call her Pam Paul. The Paul boy's mom. I think it's Pam Paul. I'm pretty sure it's Pam. Thank you for clearing the way for me, George. He cleared... I don't know if you guys saw that. Mr. Tribe, he threw that red shell, and I took my opportunity. Listen, I mean, you want to start calling people Nick Crompton. Don't make... I played... How much Call of Duty Black Ops 2 online lobbies were you in, Astral? Because there's a demon. And I also have deep cut internet knowledge. Did I just see Paul in here? Oh my god, we have Paul in here too. What's up, Paul? How do you chat here? There we go. Oh yeah, we can get... We could do a room code real quick, George. We're technically just running it right now. We have a couple people from the tribe in here because Mr. Tribe himself joined. If you have him, you could join through that. I don't know if you have him added. Or you might have me added. I don't know who I've added on Switch. But if not, we can do a room code. No, Astral, you try and cyberbully me, but you're gonna make me actually start to, like, think you're Tessa Brooks or one of those Team 10 people. I don't know why. It might happen. Alright, right after this race, George, we'll get into a room real quick. And I'll pop the code up on the screen. Why is Charles here? Mr. Critical? Is that you? What did I do to Charlie? I will accept that after this, if that's who I think it is. As long as it's not Astral. I'm just kidding. I shouldn't make that joke. It would not surprise me if you were actually in Team 10 for a little bit. It kind of seemed like, this isn't even against you, it does kind of seem like there were a couple points where if you asked them nice enough, Jake would have signed you. Alright, we can get you added and then you can just join this room if you want, because it's still pretty empty. Oh dear God. Okay. I thought I did a little too much on that skip, but it was like just the perfect amount. I'm sorry, Paul. I'm sorry again, Paul. Charles? Charles, I need you to slow down. You guys let George lock in too much, and I need to catch him. Charles. Nah, we're always done playing for chat. That's like one of the main reasons I got into streaming, George. I love having like a bunch of different people to play with. I'm sorry, George. Charles? We will... Oh, wait. Nope, wrong one. Add friend. Let's go. I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't read or seen the Hunger Games, believe it or not. They made me read the first book in school, but that was one of the books that I skipped. Completely. I literally never opened that book. Other than when they made me do the class readings, and I was not reading that book. I took a nap once. I'll be right back. We have to... Mr. Franklin needs to communicate with me. And happy to hear you got in, George. Oh, wait, yeah. Okay, duh. See, I would have gotten that if you called him the District 2 Hospital Helper. Because I remember him as that. What is up, Destroyer? Yeah, I had to talk to Ben. Mr. Franklin, he was upset. And he needed someone to talk to him. So, I volunteered. And I don't regret it. Uh-oh. Don't mind me going from one end of the road to the other end of the road. Eyes and teeth? Why do I like that so much? I really like that username. Oh. This is one of the courses of all time. Oh my god. Okay. Oh no, don't talk about Penn's brother. Mr. Franklin's brother is a bad man, okay? The other Mr. he's not even Mr. Franklin. We don't call him by his last name. It drags down Penn. We can't do streams like that anymore, because even if I just, like, I had a somewhat normal stream, but it's the most devious timing ever, because I was walking around my garage just showing the, like, top of my hat the whole time, just being like, whatever came into my mind, I was speaking. Mr. Franklin's brother is a dangerous man. That's all you need to know. He's a bad and dangerous man. He's hurt people. He's taken families. We don't like Mr. Franklin's brother that much. I wonder if people join my stream and they think I'm, like, talking about actual people. Oh, no, it is Sippington Franklin. Mr. Sip Franklin is not... We don't talk to Sip. If you Sip Franklin... Don't put it like that. That's a hat my tip moment, but... Astral. This is another shout out to Astral for introducing me to actually probably one of my favorite phrases ever, which is, I hat my tip to you. I want to get that tattooed on me. See, I had to keep my mouth closed on that for a minute, because I love that... we love that you turned her into one of the planets from the galaxy. We do. We appreciate your Rosalina profile picture. He is a dodgy guy. Of course you did, Bella. Yeah, you guys are the representatives. We need to get, like, an Australia one. There's Georgia's and other places that have not reared their head yet to join the council, but soon enough. Okay, guys, I want you to know, on the red play button, Bella just got called Franklin, and I think Bella has a new nickname. They don't even start with a similar letter or, like, anything. I tried to think of an excuse for you, but there isn't one that I can come up with. Just, like, double letters in that. Listen, we have respect for Mod Franklin in the chat, okay? All appreciation to Mod Franklin. I'm sorry. Astral sometimes comes in here and drops some absolute, like, typo or just, like, misspeak gems, and I do the same a lot. That's why I find them so entertaining. It's so funny to me that you just did that. I hope you know that, like, this has brought great amusement to somebody. not. Franklin, you have fun doing what you need to do, okay? I'm sorry. I'm not going to keep calling Bella Franklin. That's... The joke's over now. I want you to know, every time I'm calling you Franklin, I am imagining Bella as Frank from GTA 5. It's literally just Franklin. We gotta lock in. I was not dealing with all that. Kinda locked. We're a little locked. No, please. What do you mean I'm next? I'm not next for anything, thank you. I've been put through enough torment by the likes of you. George, no! Mr. Trav, why would you do this to me? I've done nothing wrong. Not trying to find your Lamar. Don't. No. No. I do not. I'm not involved in this scenario. You guys have fun. I'm not. No. No flight gift for you. Banned. Removing that chat, actually. Actually just gonna remove that chat out of spite. You cannot have your flight gift after that. You upset me again. We're taking your flight gift privileges. No flight gift for you. Not after that. You can be Lamar. There's no flight gift. You're free to do them again now, but we are taking that away. Just that one time. If I'm anyone in this predicament, I'm Franklin. Or, I'm not Franklin, I'm Trevor. That's who I am. Because he has, like, 2 missions where he talks to Franklin. I have no involvement with this. She said that I could be Chop, and that upset me. Because she called me Nick Crompton, and now she's calling me a dog. Which, honestly, I'd rather be a dog than Nick Crompton. Because then I would at least not be, like, smart enough to realize what I am. Actually, that might be the case in being Nick Crompton, too. That would make a lot of sense. Alright. So, I'm good either way, I guess, maybe. I have to be Trevor. We're not going to question what Trevor does in the story. He's a good guy, okay? Don't worry, he's one of the good guys. I mean it. I mean it. We all know he was a good lad. He meant no harm. Trying to take out Eyes and Teeth. Nah, okay. That... I'm gonna go never stream again, actually, one of these days. You people. That's worse than the Nick Crompton. You put that out there. Not the... the actual buffoonery that is going on here right now. Nah. We can't stand for this anymore. Nah, she already put that out there. There's evil in this chat now. This really is a FaZe Rug Ouija board video now. The room has shifted. That is actually insane to say to somebody. I get it, you're mad because you can't reach the top shelf. The world is against you. I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't do that. I'd make it worse if I could now, though. We're actually in here with quite a few people right now. We got a whole little thing going. When the screen pops up, you'll probably recognize a few names. It's upsetting. The movement that happens in my chest. The genuine... the hatred. No, that's... You put that in the air, and the Nick Crompton comparison, followed by the Lester GTA comparison, is going to... Wow. Okay. I see how it is now. There's no lines, actually. Yeah, he's one of the people that's got a second player. It's really fun. We love Eyes and Teeth. I don't know why I like that username so much. Mr. Franklin, I need to speak to you, and not GTA Franklin, the more important one. Mr. Franklin, where did you go? Oh, there you are, pal. The spite you people have for me. George comes here to watch me get bullied. He has to come witness it firsthand, because I tell him about it. It's like the equivalent of, like, hearing about animals and on, like, a Nat Geo documentary, and then getting the chance to just go there for free and look at them. He can't pass up on it. People are like hyenas. I'm a poor little rabbit. I'm just trying to run through my Mario Kart games. But nope. Nope. The actual spike is immeasurable and will be studied. It will be studied. Not by me. This is coming from someone who, potentially, was scared of the movie The Oculus, by the way. Don't make me go there. I don't even remember that movie. I watched that movie at least once. Probably more than once. I picked up Mario Galaxy, and I'm still trying to figure out when exactly I want to play it. But I'm looking forward to it. It's a very fun game, from what I remember. The baddies, they left now. They realized that they broke the dam, and I'm going to revert to my old ways. I do too, so I knew if I could bully you about that right now, okay? There's like... The worst part is that's kind of a trope in horror movies now, like both making a movie look older and doing the like, it comes from mirrors. That's actually kind of true, but like, the worst part is they also got put there as like a form of penance to an extent. It was like a punishment, so that's kind of what I got going on too. Like I do kind of deserve whatever you are. If I was in medieval times, I would have ended up in one of those at least once. I'm sure of it. I would have had one too many ales in the tavern, and I would just be like, you know what? Screw the king. And there'd be a guard who's like, you what? What did you just say to me, boy? I don't know if I should call you viewers, haters. I don't know what to refer to you as anymore. The comparisons are getting crazier. One day you guys are going to just come in here, you're going to go in the Discord, and you're going to have a picture of the mole rat dude from Smiling Friends, and you're going to be like, this you? Yeah, sure you are, pal. Hey, we appreciate you, George. The bullying that's going on in the red play button right now is actually insane. George, they compared me to Lester from GTA 5. The betrayal after being called Lester. I don't even know you guys. That just feels like something you shouldn't do to another human. Yeah, it is, George, and I'm like... I don't know what to say anymore. I'm not Lester. That's all I can say. Yeah, but you probably agreed with her. I'm not gonna... We're not taking this from you guys anymore. There's a no... I am... We're just fully... We're grouping all the crimes together at this point. Y'all were in the same car. We're moving like that now. It's over. The ship, it's sinking. And the only bucket that we have for bailing has a hole in the bottom, so... The ship's gonna stay sinking. I'm not going to the Discord at all. We are not... In this moment... No, I disagree. You put that energy out there. They're saying they didn't actually do it now, George, but they put the energy out there enough to where I'm like, interesting. But I feel like you're only saying that. Is Violet awake right now? Is that what's going on? Does Violet even know who Lester from GTA 5 is? I don't know. Do you know who Lester from GTA 5 is? I'm lost here now. I don't... The fact that I got called Lester from GTA 5 is genuinely the most evil thing. Wow. Mr. Franklin. How do you feel about this, Mr. Franklin? Why would they say that? No, I kind of figured Astro. I was just like, I was spiraling a bit there. I'm like, wow, you guys, there's not even any, like, good female GTA characters that are an equivalent of that. There's nothing that I can throw at that. Mr. Franklin also was upset. He put his hand on my shoulder and he said yes. That's all he said. The absolute... The shock. The horror. Why would one do that to somebody? That is actually kind of hilarious. You think I'm sitting there hitting... I'm talking to Penn Franklin, sitting there in my chair with Penn Franklin just making Waluigi sounds. They took my fun toys away from me. My mouse tool that was for later. I need to, like, there's gonna be like a seance in here or something. We gotta get rid of this evil that they've put out here. Uh-oh, it's making noise again. Yeah, that'd be really diabolical if I grab Mr. Franklin and I just start making Waluigi sounds. Should I get a... Actually, this is kind of a fire idea. I don't know why I think this would be funny. I am going to get a tattoo right here on my chest. Like, literally one whole pectoral area of Lester Crest's face. Yeah, you probably would. I wouldn't be surprised if you screen record my video. Like, the only reason Astral is here, she's screen recording the stream, waiting for me to slip up. We do have a bearded dragon in the tank right off to my left. He's sleeping right now. But he'd been chilling. Don't hit me with the Miska Muska, okay? I already made my Mouska Tool reference, and that was a little too much. Gotta make people act up in the chat. Hey, corn snakes are awesome. I want to get a snake. I just can't right now. Not allowed. What do you mean no comment? You, is that actually what's happening? Astral's just waiting to go TikTok famous by recording my stream. I'm gonna dress up as Lester Crest for one of my streams now. Like a full cosplay of Lester. I'll even try and hit the like Reddit moderator voice the whole stream. That would be evil. That would be kind of funny though. I guess nobody will ever know then, Astral. That's why we gotta clean up the act. Diablo's a good name, George. Blaze is my bearded dragon's name. I also have a leopard gecko named Casey. I said gecko for the weird day. I didn't like the way that came out. That got bad. I figured Astral, that would be like really, really, really concerning if you, instead of like rewinding if something happened, you just kept it going. How much data would that take up on your phone? It's over. What? What does that mean? Astral, I know I said it a little weird, okay? My tongue, like, gave out on me mid-sentence, okay? But why are we bringing Violet into this? I'm so lost in this sauce right now. Bella is currently fighting off her dog, and her dog is winning. My headcanon is that Bella boxes her dog for winning. It's like a sparring thing at the moment. Do you think that's a serious question? Or did you show me your frequently used emojis? Come on, let's be real here. Don't fall for the oblivious stuff too much now. This conversation is going places where I'm like very lost, okay? This river has alligators in it, and I'm scared of alligators, and I'm on a tube. In my water, she dying. There's so little left. And I still kind of feel not as bad. what are you talking about? What question did I ask? I don't... Did I say something that I don't remember? Okay, never mind. I got the joke the first time. That's what I was saying. I'm sorry. I've slept for plenty of time. After stream, I'm gonna play one match of Pokemon Champions, and I'm also gonna do my, I might have to do more than one match, actually, because I might do the dailies. I want to buy a Pokemon from the rotation. See, I don't know if I'm the one who's lost here, or, like, I don't know who's, like, getting miscommunication in this chat right now, but because of the state of my past 4 nights where I just, like, sleep don't exist, pretty much. But that hasn't been helping with my comprehension of what's going on. You would be concerned if I asked if you've shown me your frequently used emojis. I would too, because I don't have dementia, and you did that literally either today or yesterday. Okay, I probably shouldn't say I don't have dementia and then follow it up by, like, not being able to remember what day something happened on, but that's because big CP. Sorry. That's actually... Holy, Bella just got kind of schooled there. Yikes. We hate to see that for Franklin. I'm sorry. Astral, did you hat your tip? Is that why you said Franklin instead of Bella? You were too busy hatting your tips, so you were a little distracted? And you just, like, you were remembering talking about Peng's Franklin instead of Bella? You're not blaming me. That's not where this is going. Sorry. You're not blaming me. We'll find someone else to blame. It's not going to be me. Nick Crompton. I don't know why I had a feeling that... I'm sorry to hear that. You might need some recovery time if it was too hard. You don't want to break the hat or the tip. Remember, guys, be careful when you chat with Astral. She might hat her tip to you. I don't want to ignore it. What did you say? Did you delete it? Keep deleting your messages. I can't delete what I say, so this feels like cowardice. You're backing out. This is a vibe, George. I've been losing the last couple matches because I'm too locked in on whatever the ladies are spreading in my chat right now. There was a point last night where it was, well, this morning, where it was 5:55 in the morning, and I was like, okay, well, I was going to get off stream at 5:55, but I'm not going to do that until 6:33 or something like that, apparently. I'm good at keeping my word to myself. Ooh, The Last Airbender? What a goated choice. I don't... Based on that, I don't want to know what you mean about a silly sesh. That doesn't sound... What? Guys, these people who I owe like $5,000 to, they sent a really funny little envelope to my house, and it has this like dust in it that I think that if I smell it, I'm not gonna feel that well. I don't know why I think that, but I just have a really strong feeling that if I smell that, I'm not gonna feel well. Bella, you're not allowed to say that, I don't think. I don't... Are you old enough to say that? Astral... The degeneracy that has happened in this chat will be... It's gonna go in a history book. There's gonna be, like, historians in 1,000 years who find this chat log specifically. Astral will be a legend. I don't think that's how being in a free country works, but okay. I don't even think... We're not gonna get into that. I don't know if you can get away with that still, though. I have to call it out. I have to call it as I see it. Wait, Roderick? It's not spelled the same way, but could it be? Diary of Winky? I love that I tried to, like, half-ass say it a little bit for a joke, but my tongue, like, fully committed to the bit there. It's gonna happen, okay, Astral? There's gonna be historians who are like, this is what they were like then. I keep looking down at the chat, and I cannot stay on track. Did you know Bella converted a room in her house into a Russian gulag? It's really cool. Okay, Astral. We can hope not, for your sake, but I don't know. I had a premonition of sorts. I want to make one of those, like, you guys remember the don't call this number at 3 a.m. videos, right? I'm going to make one of those, but it's going to be, like, for a really serious reason. I'm going to be like, don't call your local pizza place at 3 in the morning, but I'm going to call my local pizza place. They're not going to be open, because I live in a small town. You didn't put me in any of the rooms in your house, because you are 4'2", and... No, you could not. It's not possible. So George, one day, I was talking to Astral over on the red play button chat, and I said, I tip my hat to you. And she responded with, I hat my tip to you. And I didn't like that, and she tried to take it back, but it was too late, because it's now one of my favorite sayings that's ever been muttered. Who's a local legend? And I swear, if you pull out some some stuff right now. You can take hatting your tip however you'd like, George. I just don't think Bella should be allowed to say that. There has to be like an age limit on this. I don't... The way that she worded it was so concerning. That is Franklin. Franklin's like 25. Franklin's older than me. I forgot. It is a beautiful quote. There needs to be a tattoo of that on somebody. It's not gonna be me, most likely. I'm only gonna have a Lester Crest tattoo right there. Whole face. Don't need, there's no tip hatting or any of that going on here. We'll have no tip hatting or hat tipping. I would say 19. It's like a year older than 18. That's what 19 is, in case you didn't know. So once you're then, you can say that you're hat tipping. Then your tip can be hatted, but till then, it's not allowed. These are advanced subjects that can only be comprehended by advanced minds, such as me. Nope, you can't say your own quote. I'm sorry. I specifically put this limit for a reason, okay? I'm trying to keep this for myself. I'm copyright claiming your quote. We're doing, like, really shady business movings now. We're gonna make tip hats. I shouldn't say that, but I just put that out there that there will be my first piece of merch will be tip hats that say hat tip. Okay? And don't ask what that is. If you can't figure that out, you shouldn't be here. I set my stream to adult only. I can use it. You think I'm not over 19? Who do you think I am? I'm 42 and twice divorced. Soon to be 3 times. If I can get her to say yes. I should not make that joke. I promise I won't be 41. No, you can't. You can't do that. Violet won't do that. Violet's gonna be like, why do you need to hat your tip anyways, okay? Slow your roll, partner. Violet's gonna turn into like an 1800s sheriff for literally 2 seconds just to tell you slow your roll, partner. Outfit and all. No, I would never. How dare you even put that concept on me, Astral? That is evil. No, I'm 41. I'm 41 and twice divorced. Soon to be 3 times if I can get her to say yes, like I said. Nope. Violet's gonna, she's gonna ban you from adding your tip, I'm sure of it. I'm 100% sure of it. I don't think we're supposed to be hitting them now, okay? Whoa, 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 whoa. There's different movements going on between hatting and hitting. We're not... Hold up. You need to slow your roll, partner. Why would you wake Violet up to ask her if you can hat your tip? Oh god. I don't like that notification over there. I don't like looking down and seeing that. It's like watching a... Never mind, I'm not gonna make that joke again. You know where it's going. I feel like FaZe Rug, and I'm looking down at the board. No, we are not allowing that. You are not the founder anymore. You're not even allowed to say that quote because my copyright claim says you have to be 19 to say it. Actually, no, I want to make it... we have to make it older. It's drinking age now. You have to be 21 to say it. Sorry, guys. When you can drink, you can... Then your tip is ready to be had. Thanks. Thank you for coming to and not coming at my TED Talk. I'm sorry. Oh, you did back out? Is that why there's only one Wario now? I appreciate you for what? Yeah, no, the YouTube has a red play button. Oops, whoopsie daisy. All right, don't make me appeal my ban for 2.5 seconds or whatever you're doing. Fucking Quicksilver himself is gonna undo my ban. Yeah, there's no delay over there, but the big tube. I should not call it that, but I think that might be the thing. The big tube does not. It has a built-in delay by a long shot. I'm sorry to hear that happen, Kobe. We have been locked in on Mario Kart for a while. We're probably about to go run and grab a quick snack and then continue playing for a while longer. You're not subscribing to my big tube. You can't subscribe to the big tube. It's not... We're not calling it that anymore, actually, yeah. What the fuck was I thinking? Yikes. Holy. We are not hatting my tip on the big tube, okay? There will be none of that on my live stream. There will be no tips hatted on my big tube. That was even worse than anything that was said before, actually. Fuck. Stand down. Ceasefire. Don't... No. No. There's no websites for that stuff. No. Stop that. We did... Bella does have a blue name. As much as that might be a regrettable choice. I don't know what sentence you're talking about. I didn't say anything out of ordinary. Only normal people say the words that I utter, so you don't even dare put that on me. You're the one who started this tip-hatting nonsense. These shenanigans. No, you're not reminding me of anything, because I didn't say anything. And if you say that I said something, there will be some light near some gas or something like that. I don't even know at this point. I'm happy to hear that you're both doing well. I hope everyone's doing well. I was making fun of you like you do to me all the time. Cry a river at this point. Okay? How's that sound? You also say that you abduct me. Why don't we start off with that? We're not gonna talk about any of the sentences that were uttered earlier. Alright then, we'll give it a look after stream. I chucked my phone somewhere over there, and I didn't really look where it went. No, George, what are you talking about, George? We can't say that in here, man. Come on, what are you talking about? You can't say that. That's so... Who would say that? That's such a twisted thing to say as a human being. That's unhealthy, Astral. You need to seek help if there's daily, or even, I might even push weekly. If there's weekly tip-hatting going on in your household, call the hotline. They'll help. No, it's a drinking age only thing. What are you guys doing? You guys aren't drinking age. You have to be 21. Like Big Murica said, okay? Big Murica would never be wrong. I think that's stupid, but 21. You have to be 21 to hat your kid, okay? You two need to chill. We will call the feds. No, I said 21. That's why I specified America drinking age. Don't try and pull that. Haha, haha. I was actually, for a second, when I looked back at that chat, I was like, what? Where are you where you're letting 16-year-olds drink? Is this Germany? What's going on here? Call me for a little update. Bella has compared me to Lester Crest from GTA 5. I don't know if you know who that is, but you can look up pretty easily if you need to. And also Nick Crompton from Team 10 now, so we've been having a really fun stream. I could never. I couldn't even imagine. $17. That's crazy. That's... Might as well just be 4. I'm sorry. I am 4 years older than that. That is... You know what? Nah, we stand by that. Nah, I was never. How dare you put that on me? We skipped a year. We said 1, 2, skip a few. We got out of there. No, I would never be 17. We're talking about Astral right now because Astral's a degenerate. That's what we hit. And I went from 16 to 19 and now I'm 42. I lied when I said I was 4 years older than that. I am 42 and twice divorced. Soon to be 3 times. Hopefully. I wish I did, because it was so over. That's not true, Bacon. That's, like, very vaguely, like, most states you have to be on owned property. No, that's not drinking age. You're not trying to loophole your way out of this. Stop. Stop it. Astral, you guys aren't allowed to do it. I'm sorry. The copyright claim that I put in says that it's not allowed. It must suck. Yeah, we have some like similar. It's like pretty similar to that. But it has to be like it can't be like on public property that have like you can't like let your 6-year-old like go to the porta potty and be like, that's profit enough, take a shot of Jack Daniels. I'm not gonna arrest you. I'm gonna call the feds, and not the type of feds that put people in cuffs, the type that put them in caskets. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that to people. Yeah, you definitely shouldn't be hatting your tip anywhere near your parents, guys. I don't know where this went, but can we not hat our tips with mom and dad, please? Or whatever's going on. I'm just kidding. This is not a family bonding experience. Comey's probably so concerned, and I'm very sorry for that. There's always... That just means you're not trying hard enough. I shouldn't say it like that. Oh my fucking god. Why would you put it like that? We were... You don't have to, like, get too serious with this. This is a silly, goofy thing, okay? We're not doing all that now. There are only tip hats, okay? I'm sorry. This is a... No. Yeah, I would be too, Comey. They have started terrible things here. This is a silly conversation, okay? We don't take hat tipping seriously, or tip hatting. We can't do that. Ew, don't say that. That was icky. I don't like that one. It is one of my favorite phrases ever, but that's because it's a silly, goofy phrase to drop. Like, the officer puts handcuffs on you, and you go, "Sir, I have my tip to you." And he's like, "What? What did you just say to me?" As much as I kind of was gonna be like, that feels excessive, that doesn't feel that excessive. That might be, yeah, that was like a Reddit moderator thing to say, man. We can't get away with that. That conduct does not fly here. Don't, George, do not bring that energy here. No, that energy needs to go. Someone bring some sage or something. Not the... Bella, you muted him for a whole stream. Apparently. What? Why? Are you like a demon or something? Are you some pagan force? I promise we're not actually getting any. I almost can't disagree because I didn't like that. I didn't like that. Don't say that. You don't. I didn't like that. It was evil. It was an evil phrase to utter here. Why would you say that? Oh wait, yeah. My bad. I completely forgot that Sage is a name. Yeah. Okay. Please no. Mamma mia. Yeah, that flies, because I don't... That was a very strange take on the hat tipping. We don't encourage that here. That might be part of the problem. Can't say that. Hey, thanks for hanging out for as many matches as you did, George. I hope you had a good time. I was having a blast, man. I hope you get some good rest. Oh my god, I hit the ramp, though. That's cool. Oh, that third one almost connected. That was crazy. Hey, I appreciate that, George. I try and keep it somewhat entertaining. I know a lot of the time I kind of slack on reading the chat. It takes me a minute. I'll be the first to admit it, but I try and keep the vibe up. Even when they're calling me Nick Prompton. Or Lester Crest. I don't even know what of those two is worse. I didn't... I almost feel like 1 minute would be too lenient for that. We're not oohing or whatever. No, we're not doing that anywhere, pal. We locked in out of my pure fear. The fight or flight kicked in and we chose flight and we won the race because of it. Astral probably appreciates us choosing flight. I appreciate that, Bella. We chose flight in honor of Astral. I appreciate that, George. We're letting Mr. Franklin know that we caught a dub. I have gotten 3 hours of sleep in the past 3 days. You don't judge me. You stop bullying me. That's why you're not Flight anymore. You're Tessa Brooks. I noticed that. And because you messed up the joke, Flight wouldn't mess up the joke. Tessa Brooks? She can't educate me. There's no educating happening here. I'm happy you know that as well, because I'm concerned. Yeah, and Panera, it's somebody's home. And Astral does not appreciate that somebody who's living in Panera is currently calling her phone. Okay? That's not cool. You cannot blame that on me, Bacon. We're dealing with that. You're not blaming that on me, pal. Just because you want to come in here and be a degenerate does not mean that's my fault. Bro is going to have the grayest gray name to ever gray. I don't know if Astral... She's not deep enough in on the lore. She might not get these references. We're making deep cuts. She can only take paper cuts of these knowledge bits. I don't know what to call when a bunch of YouTubers were making music, but I really enjoy that happened. Actually, yeah, maybe. She goofed you up, and she treated you like an op. Bro is not blaming me for being a degenerate. That's wild. Cherry ice cream is very fire, Comey. Very underrated. You literally have said multiple things that have proved that that's not true. Don't say that here. Bro is just lying. You, sir. I'm about to do a fucking Willy Wonka into the movie. You're done. No. Quit that. No, not you, Astral. Somebody is being a cretin. Somebody is actually just being a cretin right now, and I'm gonna get upset. I'm going to be mad. Bro comes in here and says degenerate shit, and even if I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up, he keeps going. He keeps going. And you also literally have, like, said multiple times that your friends called you out for saying stupid and crazy shit. Don't drop that in here. Don't fucking come lie in here. No, we're not, no. I do not get paid enough to deal with this. I don't get paid, actually. Dog, just because you have one example of someone that you don't say weird shit with, that, no, stop. No, you need to quit. Dog. Yeah, no, we can't have Bacon acting how he acts in these streams, and then also, like, somehow having some form of representation of the channel. Fuck that. This dude is, he says the stupidest shit in here. And then he'll be like, well, it's actually your fault because, I don't know, when I hang out with you, I say creepy and weird shit. The fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? Don't fucking blame me because you can't, like, hold yourself back from saying degenerate shit. Blame your fucking therapist or God at this point. Do not blame me. You fucking... What is that? Don't do that. That is not gonna fly, mister. You cannot have this. You can't have this. Absolutely the most, like, desperate, pathetic excuses that have ever been uttered will come out of this man's mouth. And you expect me to just keep taking this shit? Maybe, if you don't want people to think you're fucking weird, stop saying weird shit. Stop saying strange shit and people won't think you're strange. It's not fucking rocket science at this point. Son of a bitch. Dear Lord. No. Fucking come drop that on me because you can't refrain from not being fucking Ted Bundy Part 2. Big dog, no. Fuck off. Genuinely, go away. Do not do that. No, it's all good, Astral. I was very vague at first. That was just like one of the audacity. The customer support's here. Oh no, we acted up a little too much. TikTok, they sent their grunts. I'm just kidding. Dog, that is... I am not listening to that. These excuses. The flight zone has been shut down, sir. You're flying a drone in an airport. Don't be surprised when it gets shot with a 12 gauge out of the sky. You're not allowed to fly drones by airplanes. Dog, you are not... No. And you can't say that when you literally have DM'd me that your friends told you that you say strange shit. You can't do this. Your friends, brother, people that know you, I've never met you in real life. You can't blame that on me. You can't be like, well, it seems to only happen when I speak to you, when you've given me examples of this happening when you're not speaking to me. Well, you're failing right now. You're just making excuses. And that's the only way around it. Like, you literally have only gone about being like, welp, I was tired, my medicine wasn't working, I only do this when I'm in your chat, Like, dude, we're not gonna keep going on a fucking merry-go-round of every excuse on God's green earth. This is about as hard of a try as I've seen fucking 3-year-olds get at trying to get to a top shelf. Don't do this. No, he's not on game chat. We're not doing that ever again. That happened once, and that was... Holy, that went bad. Dog, you're not dropping all this in here because you come in here saying the wildest shit, and then you want to be like, I actually think it's because I'm in your streams that I do this. No. No. I'm sorry that your friends were fucking gambling addicts and started Kalshi bet or whatever that shit is where you can just go bet on whatever, but dog, I'm not having this fly anymore. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of it. Dude, I'm sorry that you're done with this, but dog, I'm done with you just dropping excuses for saying strange shit at this point. I can't deal with it. Especially when you start blaming me directly, like, brother, what the fuck? No. It's not my fault that I followed that girl home, it's actually because I was watching a TikTok streamer. What the fuck are you talking about? You go take your Green Goblin mask somewhere else. I'm not dealing with this shit. I don't get fucking paid for this shit. I'm not doing that. Maybe if someone like slid me a $5 and was like, hey, you need to stop that. You let this slide. I might consider it, but even then, this is a little much. Yeah, my bad, Humble. I didn't explain much at all what was going on. Thank you, Astral. I don't understand this. I have not once been like, you know what, man? I think that this is how people should act. We can't have this anymore. The degeneracy to commit such actions and then be like, well, I think I did it because the guy on TikTok. Brother, no. We've spoken like twice on a game chat. No. A lot has happened in a couple of the streams that you missed, Comey, that there's a lot of context for this that's like, I'm not gonna deal with him blaming me for like, I'm not gonna judge you if you say like, something that's a little strange. That's whatever. I don't care if someone's like, oh, that's not something normal to say. That's not my call. But if you're just saying shit that's like actually making people uncomfortable and you're gonna start blaming that on me, dog, fuck off. You can go away at this point. If you want to leave, leave. I'm not dealing with that. That is the actual psychological disconnect that this man is experiencing is fucking diabolical. This movement. Holy. Yeah, I definitely see how you could be confused, Comey. That was a lot. I don't know why the fuck you would say that. I'm actually only a degenerate when I'm around other people. Then don't come here, then, if that's the issue. If you're gonna make borderline murder threats because you're watching my stream, please, I encourage you, don't ever watch my stream again, if that's what's gonna happen. If this is one of the side effects you're experiencing from taking this fucking medicine, you pop off this shit and do not get back on. Actually, the big one is taken down for some personal reason. We'll go into this a little bit more. I don't think we need to do this on stream, but I see, like, random people fucking scrolling in being like, what is this guy talking about? Who is this man speaking to? They're gonna think I'm fucking talking to the Hat Man or something. I'll message you the context, Tommy. I'll give you basically everything that's happened to where it's like, dog, the fact that you would even think to drop that on somebody is like, you go on with your little Satan self then. The fact... Mr. Franklin. It's been... Mr. Franklin. Where the fuck? Frankie, you're not gonna play these games with me right now. I'm getting... That is the stupidest shit I've ever heard. My actions are not my fault. It's actually your fault. I'm sorry. I just figured that out today. That's not how that works, big dog. Go try and be a lawyer if you want to pull that shit. You're not gonna fucking fly here. Yeah, of course, call me. I'm sorry, this is probably, like I said, I don't feel great about this having to happen on a live, but, like, brother, don't come in here and be like, well, it's actually your fault that I can't stop saying weird shit online. Even though you've told me that I'm saying weird shit online. Brother, we're not fucking putting together a jet engine here. I'm telling you, you're being a fucking weirdo. I might understand this level of confusion if we were attaching a fucking Boeing engine to a Corvette right now, but I'm telling you that what you're saying is strange and you're making people, including me, scared. If you're scaring me on the internet, that's a problem. If the stuff you're saying is making me shiver, that is an issue. As soon as my skin started to crawl, I was like, watch list, FBI, DOD, fuck it, we need Department of Defense on this shit, actually. This might be a bigger case. I shouldn't say that, but don't fucking come in here and be like, see, the reason that I can't stop acting a fool, like, even that alone, even if he, like, didn't say anything fucking stupid, like, actually just genuinely stupid, like, a week ago, that would be like, dude, what do you mean that your actions are other people's fault? Like, I feel like they teach you this when you're, like, 3, but okay. You're gonna drop that on me? What the fuck are you talking about? This can't be real. This is a ChatGPT robot that was given 3 profiles to actually cause psychological torment on as many people as humanly possible. This is some shit that they came up with. The CIA was cooking, and they should not have been in that kitchen. If you want to gang stalk somebody, you need to say like half of the shit that was said, and they will watch their back for the rest of their life. And the fact that you have the audacity to come in here and be like, this is flabbergasting. Okay, don't come in here and be like, well, I actually only make bad choices because I'm talking to you. Well, as an adult, I feel like maybe if that's the case, just maybe, I don't know. This is just a little thought. Don't fucking talk to me then. Nobody else has had this issue where they like, have to become Ted Bundy because they've spoken to me twice. Okay? I've never experienced this effect. This isn't something that happens, okay? I'm sorry that me being the 800th person in your life to be like, yo, what you're saying is strange, was like your breaking point. But brother, that's not on me, actually, just because I pointed out, I fucking had to, you had to call it. It's like seeing a deer running the road while your driver's blind and being like, well, you'll figure it out. You gotta just be like, hey, fucking quit that. And maybe, sometimes when your brake line's cut, there's nothing you can do. The deer's just gonna get hit. That deer signed up for that contract. I'm actually just so insanely like, why would you say that to me? I don't care if fucking John F. Kennedy's reincarnated self has come into my chat and wants to, like, fucking speak with me on this. I'm like, what the fuck? Why would you put that on me? They teach you this in 3rd grade. That's not how the world works. I'll be the first to admit, I think I'm irrationally mad, but that's fair. I'm not. Sometimes you're allowed to get irrationally angry when stupid fucking people do stupid fucking shit, okay? Don't fucking do that. This isn't kindergarten, okay? Not dealing with someone who's from fucking 3rd grade. Jesus, man. We have a trusted adult in the chat for anyone who feels unsafe. We are yelling at fucking God at this point. If he'll come down here and speak to me, we're yelling at anyone who wants to yell back at this point, because this is so stupid. Why would you, like... You can't... No. Some people... There was a time where grizzly bears ate people who couldn't... There used to be bears in this country. They used to take care of problems for people like me, I think. He did the stupidest shit that I think any adult man could do and, like, tried to completely push off responsibilities for his actions on another human being. I'm so not dealing with that shit. I can't deal with this. Dog, the fact that you're back in here, go away right now. I can't. How are you here? Who let you in here? Send government, please. Please, take out the router. Just offline it for the night. For a couple nights at this point. Fucking penance or something, man. I don't know at this point. I don't know if God or a therapist have any help for this at this point. The fact that... I can't deal with this. Why? Why? How do you... The actual audacity of a fully grown man to be like, well, I actually only said that because another human being. No, you didn't. You didn't do that. You actually just did that because you wanted to, and now because people called you out for being a fucking weird guy, you're like, well, that actually wasn't me. Sorry, it wasn't me. You can't pull that. That's not how that works, I don't think. Sorry. Better look in the next fucking galaxy or something. Pull an Omni-Man, go find some fucking bug people who are gonna be like, yeah, fine, that's whatever. Nope. That's not whatever. The fact that the thing that, like, actually just pushed me over the edge was coming in here and being like, there wasn't even context to this. He just rejoins the stream and it's like, I only act like a degenerate because of you. Like, brother, don't... What? What does that mean? How many times does someone have to tell you, shut up, you're being weird, for you to be like, maybe what I'm saying is not really exactly what I should be saying. This is like... They told me this in kindergarten. They were like, hey, you actually, when you do something, by the way, that's on you. Like, it doesn't matter if your friend told you to do it. Like, you did that. And I didn't even fucking tell him to do anything. He just does this shit. Sadly, that decision was made on someone's end to pop back. The USSR could not make a cognito hazard half as dangerous as this. No, that wasn't even a joke at that point. That was strange. That was just, with all the stuff that you've said at this point, I'm not gonna let that slide. But like, if that was the first like questionable joke that's ever left your tongue, I might be like, okay, maybe. What's going on here, man? The numbers aren't adding up. There have been too many jokes along these lines for me to keep being like, these are hee-hee-ha-has. And not being like, this is a red flag and somebody needs to look at it. It's raining. Again, I can hear the rain. I like that, like, half the time when I start to get really mad this month, it started to, like, pour down rain right as I started to get angry. Yeah, that was, like, he said that over here and then left for a little bit because we muted him because with context of how many fucking weird things he said, I just can't. We can't handle him in here anymore. And then he, like an hour later, comes back in and is like, by the way, I only do this stuff because you're here. Brother, I've never met you in real life. Don't do this. You can't do that to somebody. I don't know you that well. Mela, what's up? We're having a great time. We're having a fun day. Sunday fun day or something like that, I guess. Yeah, no, he went over to the red play button and started, like, dropping stuff over there, like he was dropping his wisdom. He did some deep thought where apparently everything that he's ever said is my fault somehow, so, like, he literally tried to hit me with, I don't say weird stuff in real life, when he has told me at least 5 times that his friends have told him he says weird stuff. I'm starting to think that maybe this might be a pattern in your life that might need to be addressed by someone who's not a YouTube and TikTok streamer. I don't know you in real life, okay? We're not getting real parasocial up in here. I'm not grabbing your hands and saying we are family about this. Get real help. I'm not fucking trained. Keep bringing actual mental illness in here and being like, what should I do about this? I'm actually... I need help. And I'm like, brother, I haven't ever even thought about being a psychiatrist. I can't do that. I don't have enough, like... Someone would tell me some weird shit and I'd be like, hey, quit that. You don't say that to me. Yeah, I did kind of slip up there a little bit because I was like, he's infiltrating all angles. We're being attacked. It's a fucking pinch maneuver. Bro's like squeezing in on me, like trying to drop psychological terror wherever he can. I'm gonna go open my phone after the stream and there's gonna be, I have a feeling that there is a fat DM. There's a fat DM, it's like a Blitzkrieg style strike where he's like, he hasn't realized I'm attacking here. And there's gonna be paragraphs, and there's a little demon in me where I won't be able to help myself from being like, what do you have to say about this at this point? It's actually like it is a Blitzkrieg strategy. He was like, you get all the tanks and you call the fighter jets. I don't care what's getting hit. Something is going down. We can still see your comments, Mella. Don't worry. It's probably just a little good old-fashioned tweaking over on the red play button. We can still see them. I'm actually kind of scared that I'm going to, like... I've heard my phone vibrate 2 or 3 times, too. So I'm nervous that I open my phone and it's like, you've done this to me. And I'm like, huh? I've heard your voice 3 times. You can't do that to me. Who are you? I've never met you. Like, genuinely. That's the point where I'm at. Like, we have to, like... There needs to be a hand on the shoulder and be like, I don't know you. I don't know what's happening. I don't know the level of disconnect that I would need to have to be like, actually, I said some weird stuff and people were like, hey, what you said was kind of weird. I'm gonna go blame someone else for that. What? Who told you this is okay? I appreciate the follow. Why is it every time I start ranting about some actual just like J. Jonah Jameson level menacery, someone's like, you know what? We're gonna hit the button. I don't know if I'd hit the button to this, but I appreciate you. I might run away if I joined a stream and this is what was going on. That could happen. He could get, like, logged out of his TikTok and be like, why did you shadow ban me? You sent them to me. Like, brother, I don't know. I've never met you. I don't know you. You can't put your personal issues off on me when I don't know you. I'm sorry. Holy. The levels of menace that I have been put through to do silly little Mario Kart stream. It's literally every time I play Mario Kart. It doesn't happen on the other games. What is happening? Mario, why are you sending these people to assault my brain when I try and play your game? They don't want me to hit 8,000 points, so every time I start to climb, it's like, hey, by the way, someone's just gonna drop the most absolute insane thing in your chat. Yeah, I don't know. I don't... Oh, dang. Not the 3-minute voice message, tell me. And I could see the... You did this to me. I'm really nervous that when I go to that phone, I pick it up, and I'm like, oh my, there's a... Oh. What do you mean I did this to you? What are you talking about? I've never done anything to you, because I've actually, funnily enough, I've never been in the same room as you. You don't know me. Don't blame me because you say strange things. I'm sorry. It's not rocket science, like I've said. We're not putting a... No. Yeah, he messaged me asking to, like, how to tell you that, and I was like, brother, I don't know how to tell you that you probably should cry because you're making girls feel like you're Ted Bundy. Sorry, man. Maybe there's a reason every girl in your town tells you they're a lesbian when you walk up to them and you're like, apartment 4B, do you want to go to Olive Garden? Sorry, like, I can't hold back. There's a demon that, like, I want to make fun of this, but I can't. Because, like, dude, you can't do that. How many times does someone have to... We kick you out of the chat, we ban you for however long we can time you out for without actually just banning you, and you... You always come up. Exactly. And the worst thing is when I try and check him for it, all he does is like, well, it's your fault. I don't know why you don't redo it. And it's like, brother, if I had your tongue right now, I would probably rip it out of your mouth because I don't. You shouldn't be saying these things. Who gave you this brain? Fucking Victor Von Doom would know better. Jesus. I don't even know what to do at this point. He needs to be thrown off of the planet. They need to fucking Katy Perry, bro. We accidentally. I didn't mean to do it, but we accidentally only put enough fuel to send the ship to space. Oh no! I don't know what you mean by is the text always bold on iPhone. I don't pay attention to the text that much, to be honest with you. Mello is watching on a Kindle Fire tablet. Yeah, no, he needs to be thrown off of the planet. We need to... I will find a billionaire who will build me a rocket. He can go tell us if Mars is safe or something. Like, we could just do it. We need to figure it out, I think, probably, so, like, maybe we could. He's old enough, I think. I don't know how long it takes to get to Mars. I'm not a scientist. I don't know how long the stream's gonna be, Comey. I thought it was gonna end like half an hour ago, but then I got blamed for someone else being a fucking degenerate who can't control what they say on the internet, so I'm kind of like... I feel like I got hit by a train again. That's understandable, Benj. What was going on tonight is very, very unreasonable. So we're kind of just like, wow. The stream will probably go for another 20 minutes. Not Mella's phone calling her old. Wait, why is that way shorter than I thought it would be? Only 6 to 9 months? That's kind of crazy. That is an excessively short amount of time. I don't understand why, as a fully grown adult human being, you would blame your actions on another human being. In my mind, Mello is currently sitting on a rocking chair with a box of cookies that there are no cookies. Cookies have never seen that box, but it has cookies painted on it. Yeah, no, I'll send you the rest of the context on that in a bit, Comey, because hopping between chats and, like, constantly having your chats deleted makes it very hard to be like, what's going on with you? Yeah, I usually don't try and get like that on stream, Bangs. We had someone come in chat and be like, the only reason I say crazy things is because I'm talking to you on the internet. And to me personally, that is a crazy thing to say, but I appreciate you forgiving me, even though you joined the stream to me acting like a rabid lunatic. That is a huge W. We will try to refrain from having any incidents like that happen again. Yeah, we're gonna not... That person is not coming back to these chats ever again. and that'll probably keep the vibes up for at least permanently. You also have to admit that's genuinely just not true. I'll jokingly like, oh, you called me Lester, that makes me so mad. But that was just genuinely upsetting for a minute. Like, there were like 3 minutes there where I can't comprehend why you would do that to somebody, but I don't know. People do stuff. I gotta just get better at laughing at that stuff, I guess. Yeah, no, we know. There's a little... Astral, you have the same, like, clawing in your head where it's like, I have to say it. We're gonna try and lock in. We'll try and pull that first place. We gotta keep all the goats around, if possible. Oh my god. I thought this was one of the 4 laps. Okay. I need to start checking that at the beginning of the match still. I've never done that. I'm so used to it just being the same track still. How many years of that game? Yeah, no, that's fair. Actually, as soon as I can... you just reminded me that that exists. Oh, wow. Yeah, we need to go over there real quick. Thanks for the reminder, Bella. No, you wouldn't... I'm not gonna, like... I'm not gonna blame you if you say one thing wrong. That you don't hold stuff against people for that, but when you just keep saying stuff wrong... Eventually, there has to be a line in some saying. Get that phone. He plays top 4. Yeah, we couldn't lock in. This is... The maps with all the twists and turns, Benj, they always get me. We got the thing back. Alright, we have 20 seconds until the next race. We can lock in after. I don't really use this app that much, so I'm very, like... I feel like Mela right now. I think I click here, right? Yeah. There you. Come here. We need to just go ahead and... Oh, my bad. We're gonna just go ahead and, That's gonna happen right now, actually. Yeah. Alright, perfect. Now we're relocked. Yeah, I can't lock in on that map. Especially the Donkey Kong ski map. I love it. Very pretty area. I love the snow. Like, you can't say this isn't a good-looking area in a game. I cannot, for the life of me, ever stay on that track for more than 5 seconds without being thrown into the abyss. Never to be seen again. Yeah, Comey, we've been getting crazy movement over there. And, yeah, Comey, it was really like a 2-stream thing where it was like, whoa, what? But, we ain't dealing with that anymore. We threw that in the trunk, and we are now back on the road. The split chats go crazy. We're gonna lock in and take the dub. We've got to lock in. Hey George, you're speaking for us all right now, man. I'm very excited. I'm ready for another day. I'm super giddy. feel like I'm going to Disneyland. Oh, yes. That is exactly... There was a little... We had to tell someone to take the shot real quick, basically. Oh my god, yeah. We'll talk about that in the Discord, because that was a... That also ended up being a little situation of its own, but in the complete opposite light, where I think I have a deeper understanding of the people who I work for. and not in a bad way. There's a mutual agreement now. There was a lot with that situation. Yeah, no, I'll let you guys know in the Discord. We're not gonna talk about that on the stream because it's a little too personal, and I don't want it to be like, it's not like gonna tell someone where I live or anything like that, but it's like personal enough to where like, I don't want some dude to just scroll through and be like, interesting. I like that. Bella, don't call me out. I haven't, it's not, I've had one crash out, and it was extreme. Even I'll admit, I'll be the first to admit that it was too much, but sometimes it happens, okay? We're getting better. Mello was the green bubbles, for sure. There was a while there. Oh, on iPhone, when you're texting someone who's using a non-iPhone device, it'll show as green instead of blue. Astro, I told you to not join this stream. We can go back to the Discord DMs. I was like, you should probably just head to bed. I appreciated you. And you said, nah, I'm gonna stop by for a minute. And I was gonna send, like, I don't know if that's gonna happen, but apparently I was right and I didn't even need to send the message. Yeah, have a good one, Astral. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you get as good of rest as you can in that time period. We're gonna run this and maybe another race after, and then we'll probably hop off for the night. I have a kind of fun idea for a stream. I just don't know how. I don't know how many people are going to be on that trail, and there is a point on that small walking trail where even with my microphone, I will not be heard with how many children walk on there. And also, I don't want to stream where there's like 100 different children. We're walking down a path with like 80 toddlers. Call me, you didn't really miss much. We've just been sitting here chatting. See, I have the same issue, where if I think I'm going to join a stream for a minute, especially with the tribe streams, I'll end up being there for 2 hours and then be like, well, I have work in an hour. Oh no. It's what my sleep is, how my sleep is. Yeah, no, I appreciate the call-out, Benj. That was very needed at the time, because I definitely was, like, very... Why would somebody say that to me? I hope you have a good talk with Frank, okay, Mella? I hope the conversation goes well, and he's nice to you. I would never be an insomniac. I don't even know what you're talking about. What is that word? Who told you that word? It's a little, there's a little, we got Penn Franklin, who stops by the stream occasionally, and that's, sometimes we just call him Frank. Mela is not personally DMing Frank Castle, sadly. This is the, like, my stream is the equivalent of it constantly being the club stream, except it's the degenerates in the club. No, that one, I will admit, that is quite new, and it's been getting a lot of variations within the past day and a half, but when I go to, sometimes I go to smack my yart, and because you can't really talk about that stuff on TikTok, obviously, makes sense. We say those, and I turn my camera off, so I just tell everyone that I'm going to have a conversation with my friend, Benjamin Franklin. He's a good pal, and he has been for a couple of years now. Yeah, you're the leader here. You can't say you're not cool when you're the, like, you assembled the Avengers, basically. Hey, don't bring up Frank Sinatra in this chat. We'll start going, there's a rabbit hole that can be opened here, where I listen to way too many Frank Sinatra songs while I'm at my job. Yeah, for like 75 actually, I'll say, because there are a couple people on the play button side. But the whole TikTok side was pretty much just built from people who hang out from the tribe, which is much appreciated. Yeah, luckily I'm very good at yapping and saying things that are very strange, or having people say things in my chat that are strange to the point where I'm like, yeah, we're gonna keep bringing that one up. Such as the hatting the tip thing, wherever that came from. This will be the last match. Hey, there's only 4 people this time, Benj. It's much more likely that I don't get hit with a million items than I might get first. Hopefully Mela can figure out her technology. I appreciate the roses, Bench. Yeah, Mela, from the sounds of it, might be a lot more unk than George is. We might have to call that. Like, we got love for Mela here, but I do imagine she has a very small pair of glasses on, sitting in a rocking chair, like, holding her phone 5 feet away from her face, like, now, if I could ever just... I turned the wrong way there. That was a little too early, and I didn't hold the stick the right way, so I didn't start fighting the drift. You've got to be kidding me. Yeah, did I see B-Raz hop in here? The full assembler of the Avengers. I need you to slow down, Snow. See, that was a really messy sentence when I'm tired like this. Your name is too close to the word slow, sir, to be going this fast. We need to stop that movement. How did he just move through that? Very cool. What is up, B-Raz? Nice to see you. it, I do like the group celebration. It feels very primal every time B-Raz shows up in the chat. Like it's the modern equivalent of when a caveman started a fire, I think. And I'm not saying that in a rude way. Like I'm saying that in the best way possible. To live the experience of being the caveman who lit the fire. I'm a gigolo, so I stopped by. We hang out because of the king, Mr. George. But we got love for B-Raz too, obviously. We love the whole tribe, but Mr. George, he did pull us in. It's Mr. Tribe himself that got us in there. That's gotta be it for tonight. The fact that I still got second is a little upsetting, but yeah, Comey, that's the other stream community that a tribe called Gaming has popped in the chat a few times, and I've talked about. He does the streams as well. I watch him. Yeah, we're not. I don't think we're allowed to get first tonight, cause I gotta hit the hay. Mela, watch Daredevil or something, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't think you've watched Daredevil. And you said you might. Daredevil's pretty good. It's probably better than whatever was going on here like 20 minutes ago, but it's actually definitely better than that. But it's better than the stream overall, actually. That's a good show. But that is going to have to be it for tonight. I've slept 3 hours in the past 3 days, and we're going to fix that by taking a fat nap tonight, I presume. Or I'm gonna wake up at like 3 in the morning again, so 50-50 shot. We don't really know. If you guys see me doing a just chatting stream, walking around on my phone in my garage again, mind your business, I guess. Have a good one, everyone.